At what point did you get to the point where you said, okay, now I have to flip the 80-20 and now I have to go and start being with my family and I have to make sure I put that time in, and I have to, because you probably had a healthy paranoia like me, like, listen, I've done so much to get here, I have to stay. And before you know it, your life can go like that, right? Blank. And now I know it's extremely important to go home with your family. I have a new 11-month-old, and I know you have a young baby at home. At what point in your life did you say, wait a minute, let me find a healthy balance? Or did it start from the beginning?
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, I haven't. Meaning, I run them in parallel. I'm not crippled by the current political correctness of parenting. You're looking at a kid who didn't see his dad until he was 14 years old, and we have the greatest relationship of all time, and I love him, and he slept home every single night, but I never saw him once. That doesn't mean my workaholic nature will work for me and my kids. I don't take that for granted. I think that you need to know how to breathe. I know what makes me breathe. My family makes me breathe, but I've gotta do what I wanna do. Like, I have to, I'll just break. And so, I think of it as in extremes. The reason I answered I don't, is I don't think you find balance in any way other than your own balance. And I think that over communication with your partner and the variables in that relationship are the key. Right now I have that conversation with my wife. In coming years I'll have those conversations with my kids. But for me, I'm very concerned about people posturing to work-life balance when I know that work-life balance is extremely individual. Everybody in here has different work-life balance. You also have different work-life balance at different times in your life. I didn't have as much work-life balance as some other people the last 5 years, but it now also allows me to afford to have work-life balance with my children and my family in a very different way, as my daughter Misha's now 7 and she can go on business trips with me.